Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And I desperately want to talk to you about something because right now is potentially the deepest and biggest swimming competition in the world, the American Trials for World Championships, happening at the Indianapolis Stadium in Indiana. There is all of the best talent in America racing for a spot on the World Championship roster. Now, there's been loads of upsets, but this is not what this video is about. It's about an unprecedented amount of disqualifications coming from video reviews in breaststroke and medley races. Now, over the last sort of 10 years since Cameron van der Burgh won the Olympics in the 100 breaststroke with multiple fly kicks on his underwaters and openly saying it after the fact because they couldn't do video reviews to disqualify him, there has been all sorts of turbulence around what is allowed and what isn't allowed in breaststroke races. Now, by the rules, you're allowed one dolphin kick in your underwater phase, which can be as long as you want. If you can make the whole 25 with one fly kick, one pull, and one recovery and kick of your hands, you can go underwater for an entire breaststroke race. There's no 15-meter rule. But what people like to do is add extra fly kicks. Especially when you dive in and the bubbles from your splash come up, you can hide extra fly kicks in there. Now recently, to combat this happening, World Aquatic or FINA have used VAR, video review post races, to make sure that this isn't happening. But this is not put in place in every meet. So all year in America, Tier Pro Series, US Open, there's been no video review. No one's been disqualified. But then you get to the biggest meet of the year, and after every heat of every medley race so far and every breaststroke race so far, they are doing video checks to make sure no one done extra fly kicks or anything dodgy under the water that the on-pool referees hadn't picked up on or cannot see. This has led to so many disqualifications, most notably Emma Weyant, the first seed in the 4 AM heats, being disqualified, and Max McHugh, the first seed in the 50 breaststroke heats, being disqualified. I have got some figures here that I'm just going to read out to you. In the men's 200 breast, 4 swimmers got disqualified in the heats, and a further 5 got disqualified in the finals. That means then 5 swimmers made the final legally, but then got disqualified in their second swim. Why on earth have they added something to their second swim that gets them disqualified? Now, and I'll get to that later. In the women's 2 breast, 1 swimmer in the heat, 1 swimmer in the final. The women's 4 AM, 3 swimmers disqualified. Men's 4 AM, 3 swimmers disqualified, and the men's 50 breast, 1 swimmer and the top seed disqualified. And I'll get back to him, Max McHugh, in a second as well. Now, with the current rules, the 1 fly kick, the 1 pull, and the recovery of the hands, it leaves a lot to interpretation of what's allowed, especially with most people diving in, going down. And as they straighten out, their legs naturally kick down. So as you're using momentum downwards, if you do that fly kick down, and then you pull as you adjust upwards, your legs naturally kick down and you can snap your legs. Most of the time this doesn't get you disqualified, and especially it doesn't get you disqualified if there's no video review. Now, my interpretation of a possibility that's happening at this event is people are watching the video review and seeing that snap as an exaggerated fly kick and a second fly kick, and they're disqualifying people for it. That's why maybe in the video review of the heats, it didn't get flagged, but in the final, it did. I still can't get over that stat. More swimmers got disqualified in the finals of the men's 200 breaststroke than they did in the heats. 4 swimmers in the heats, 5 swimmers in the A, B, C, and D final. But that's 5 swimmers who didn't get disqualified in the morning. Now, Max McHugh might be a different situation altogether, because having watched his race and seeing the underwater shots, he has a fly kick after every stroke. So when he gets his arms extended, his legs back together, he has a down kick. So maybe he's being disqualified for his actual stroke and not the underwater phase. And that's me watching the race. I'd have disqualified him as a non-official. I'm not an official, qualified official. I was a young official back when I was like 12. That's why I would disqualify him. Anyhow, I don't actually know the official reasons why each of these swimmers were disqualified. We just hear it's a stroke violation or a fly kick violation. That is a ridiculous amount of disqualifications. None of them got overturned, and it's happened to 2 first seeds in 2 different events this morning. One being the 4 AM with Emma Weyant, the Olympic silver medalist, the world bronze medalist, out, not making the final because of video review of her breaststroke, and of course the first seed in the 50 breaststroke. Although this one, I feel, might be a little more justified. Rules are rules, and if these disqualifications are just, then it needs to be happening, and video review needs to happen at every meet from a low level. But if these disqualifications are due to confusions on the rule, then we are in a real serious position, and it is potentially very, very damaging to swimmers' careers. If you have any thoughts on all of these disqualifications, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button and make sure you tune in to me and Brett Hawk's live show every day, happening, well, normally about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, Greenwich Mean Time. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.